Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. Now, after being exiting Costa del Sol and actually getting a smaller, if I recall correctly, grinding, it's time to go ahead where the fortune teller told us. She told us to go to the Gold Saucer if we had money, of course.
So we're looking at the map where we're in not England, we're in not UK land that's turned somewhat.
Sort of. Hold on.
And
there's
it's a mix of
here.
American and European.
Hey, you're actually...
You're actually talking to me.
It's very green like Wales.
Yeah. What is it?
I just passed that guy in a black cloak back there. He wasn't Diablo. I just tried to tell him that it's dangerous up ahead. He ignored me.
Ignored me.
Why are you doing that?
I thought we'd go for a guy that has two voices vibe for some reason.
Don't we usually
What the hell?
Maya or Mia?
Well, Dwebs, you're not directing this, so stick to your roles.
It's not Maya or Mia, you know.
Of course I'm directing it. Watch. Okay, I want massive explosions going on around
No,
the
you're
cloud.
not.
Who the hell do you think
No,
you
you're
are?
not.
Who the hell do you think you are? Sylvester Stallone?
No, I watched Bad Boys recently, and I thought I'd copy that style of filmmaking.
Anyway, what a prick.
God.
At least he's not Michael Bay.
Yeah, this is one of my
Bad
favorite
Boys
attacks
was
of Tina. She
The
literally...
suplexer.
Chihuahua Bad Boys is Michael Bay.
Oh dear.
You know what you should...
That.
By the way, question,
Yeah.
Teo, since I have a specific request for you. Since I did the hackathon Summon in 13, have you recorded up to the part where we face Diamond Weapon yet?
No, not yet. I haven't finished the first disc yet, actually.
Okay. Here's something that I think you should totally do. When you get to Diamond Weapon, make sure you're using the Tifa and use that limit break where she literally picks up the enemy and jumps with it and, throws it.
I'll do my best.
Wait,
but,
we're still on disc 1?
yes.
Yes, we
We're,
are.
we're not even out through, Shiro. Well, we're almost out through disc 1.
No, I keep forgetting how long RPGs actually are, since I only really play Kingdom Hearts and more recently the Mario RPGs.
Well, you see, Shiroi, the thing is that unlike Final Fantasy XIV, this game has actual gameplay aside from the story, so there's of course going to be more playtime. There's also the fact that Kingdom Hearts is a much more linear RPG than Final Fantasy, so of course Final Fantasy is going to have more gameplay time.
Yeah, linear.
Compared to Final Fantasy, compared to this game, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that. Anywho, Professor, yeah, you're actually not the director. They replaced you with Yoshinoro Kitase, who's doing a better job at this point in time.
Wait, he is? Since when?
Well, better than Dick Layton, I can assume.
Since the time of Final Fantasy VII, of course. That's why I said
Actually,
time.
I'm gonna have to agree with Teo here. Dick Clayton would be an improvement from Kitase.
Pedro, I was saying at this point in time, during the time of Final Fantasy VII, he was doing a better job than Layton.
Oh, that.
This music took a drastic turn.
Actually, Joe, but during this time...
It's the theme of Mako reactors in general.
Yeah.
We already heard that. Basically, now we are in the middle of the mountains where they built this Mako reactor. We don't know now, we don't know why yet, but they will explain us later.
I want the Mako reactor set to be built practically. I want a huge, giant, smoking building.
Professor, you're not the director here. Wait a few years and then Kitase will be...
Let's actually test the summon we got from Genova, the Genova arm back in the ship. Well, after this fish fucking stops vacuuming us.
By the way, Jova, just so you know, actually no, Jova. Back when 7 was made, Kitase was only directed this game. He didn't produce it. The producer
Sakaguchi was still the main chief.
The producer at this time was still Hironori Sakaguchi. For those who don't know, he's basically the Yuji Naka of Final Fantasy.
The glorious days where Ifrit was still
So he
demon and
bugged
not a
up
fucking
and
dog.
left when things got too much.
Basically, after 9, he kind of stopped giving a shit, so he kind of left.
And he also made that film.
Ugh.
Yes.
But
Yes.
there's only one good scene in that entire movie, and that's James Woods being awesome. Oh, so if I put a gun at the earth and fire, I'm not just making a hole, I'm killing the planet.
I
Wait a minute, is
Any
this
very
Final
good.
Fantasy
Like it-
14 or
Music
something
changed
else?
again. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm not these
seriously,
encounters.
what's with all these
Avoid
music?
walls.
What's with all these music
Anyway,
changes? I can't
Hold
keep up.
on, hold on, Dibs. What is it? What is it, Joel?
Hey, Pedro, what I say is like, well, yeah, I know. But I mean, just listening him as a
Fight the
Jova?
Jova. Fight
Your
it.
Sky?
Also, I know you didn't notice Pedro, but
Okay,
actually,
okay, Jova-
Katase actually is listed as the direct.
attack from the bomb.
Okay, Jova, suggestion. Restart your Skype, please.
Okay. Anyway, I know you didn't.
Oh, there'll go my recording.
You can use Pedro's.
Jova,
Pedro's
you're
one
recording.
is
You can you can use my recording. You can use my recording, Jova.
Maybe I might need to.
See, we can literally not understand what you're saying, Jova. You might as well do it.
Well, I get that, but maybe what's the
Oh boy, a roller coaster.
I know, and
Welcome
I know
to our
that you can't
Sonic
understand what I'm
episode
saying, but
2.
I can still hear clearly what you guys are saying. Eh?
No, see, Jova, this is just gonna keep going on unless you do something about it. Please.
Oh!
And yes, Pedro, I actually missed one of the treasures because the keyboard controls were a bit cheap.
Actually, Teo, don't worry. Like, I've always sucked at this particular minigame.
This is a minigame.
Okay, you can yeah, it's a small minigame. You fall, you have to control your fall on left, on right. Depending on where you land, you can get one or two treasures basically, which are a staff for Arif, and I think a bangle. I can't remember. A piece of armor basically. I only missed Arif stuff, which is the wizard stuff, but it's not very important because by this point of the game, there are a lot of weapons that have good stats, but only 3 material slots that are not connected. So gameplay-wise, they're a bit weird to use.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's check what the other treasure was.
I'll be right
I
back,
still
guys.
think it's not that important stuff.
Okay, I tried
the star
restarting Skype
pendant.
now.
It's basically something that
All right,
protects
now
you
we
against
can
poison.
actually hear you. 1, 2, 3.
4.
Like a half
Oh.
second.
I'm sorry about the delay. I wasn't really paying attention to the countdown. Okay, try that again.
1, 2, 3.
4.
A full second.
There's still a delay, but we can.
Ah!
Jova, there's still a delay, but we can hear you much clearer.
Jova, please keep your voice down.
Shoot, a delay. Although, weird thing is that my recording's still going for some odd reason, even though I backed out of Skype and everything.
Don't worry, Jova. As long as I'm here, we will not lose this recording.
Yes, there's a reason we now have 2 people recording.
Fortunately, unless my router is acting up, my internet is usually very good with this sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just frustrating. And again,
And
it's Skype.
also, Dweebs, you
Yeah,
mentioned
mine
about
too,
this
which is
roller coaster
weird.
thing. It will actually
Yeah,
come in
that's-
handy in this too. Don't worry. You'll be looking forward to that.
You see, Dwibs, unlike Final Fantasy XIV, we actually know how to use our attractions with the
This
game.
is not even
prop-
an attraction. It's used by the Mako reactors to put in stuff.
I know, but
you have to wonder. You have to wonder who the hell put these items here anyway.
Basically, what I'm saying,
I don't
knows
know.
how to-
Maybe people fell and they fell there or something.
Basically, what I meant to say is that this game knows how to use set pieces better.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait. Final Fantasy 14 has set pieces. It had like one the entire game. Like you had that moment where Hope was controlling that giant robot. That was actually pretty fun. And then they immediately dropped it and never mentioned it again.
And did you say that 13 is over 20
My
hours
stupid
long?
stand-up.
Well, depends on how long it takes for you to, beat the bosses and shit. It varies, but yeah, that's around there. Yeah, 20.
Yeah,
Oh,
sort
fun.
Yeah.
Well, Shiro, don't worry. After 13, we'll take a break from the 13 trilogy to do some Stick of Truth. So don't worry.
Ooh, wonderful.
And after 13.2, and after that we'll do 13.2,
And we're stopped.
and after we do 13.2, we'll take a break so we can do Child of Light. You know that? You remember that when I showed you a bit of Child of Light to you and
Yes.
Teo? So yeah,
Yes.
so yeah.
I'm actually playing it these days.
What do you think?
it's the combat system. I like it, of course, because it's based on Grandia. But I'm not liking the pacing, sort of. I mean, it's just a bit all over the place. You do one quest and then immediately one other comes like 5 feet away. I'm not talking about side quests or anything. I'm talking, for example, I get one character, which is I think the gnome thing, and then 5 feet later I get another character immediately, like the sister of the protagonist.
I don't really have any problem with that. They always come at the level you are, so.
No, it's not like that. I think it's pacing in terms of narrative. You know, usually in RPGs, characters take a while to the party gets.
Theo, as you'll see eventually when you finish it.
Also,
this is not so much about. It's not so much about narrative. It's more about the characters.
Here isn't. You shouldn't tend to complain about the gameplay. It's very minor, but controlling 2 characters when the enemy can be up to 3, it's a bit cheap, if I have to be honest.
I never had any problem. Like as long as I'm paying attention, I can always fight, always just fine.
Okay, so if you didn't pay attention, basically we need to lower the bridge for the others and us, of course, to pass.
But yeah, sure. Basically, after 13.2, you'll have a chance to shine as the protagonist in a JRPG. Well, not a JRPG, but an RPG, basically.
Okay.
Which game is that going to be?
Child of Light.
Child of Light. We have in.
Oh, Child of Light.
It's the game that
I may have heard of that somewhere else apart from you.
Be sure to get it on Steam because it's wonderful.
That's where it is. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
I know exactly what it is.
Child of Light is actually.
It was released on all consoles, basically PS4, PS3.
Child of Light.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
For those that don't know, Child of Light uses the Ubi Art graphics engine, which is that beautiful 2D art graphics engine from Rayman Origins, Rayman Legends, and also the recent Valiant Hearts.
The Great War.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically. Which I love that engine so much. It creates such wonderful games with that.
I agree. I actually agree. It's a shame because Ubisoft seems to be concerned instead of only milking Assassin's Creed and these other super duper casual franchises.
Basically, sorry.
No,
Ubisoft.
I know, but they used to be so great. Why the hell Michel Ancel is having so much trouble with the company?
I'm still wondering how Ubisoft.
Actually, Theo, Michel is not the president.
To the point where they made a terrible.
I know, but he's an
Tetris
important
for
guy.
PS4.
He founded a lot of franchise for it. It should be important, actually. And instead, it's getting his face on basically covered by the feet of the Assassin's Creed guy.
Oh, wonderful! It has controller support.
It does, yeah. Basically,
your hair looks like a chocobo.
Child of Light was released for pretty much every single console: the Vita, the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, the PS3, PS4.
The only system where it's not is the 3DS, basically.
Much, yeah.
Okay.
And Rayman Origins 3DS proves that it could be on there if they actually bothered.
Wait, but there's a 3DS version of Rayman Origins? I didn't know that.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Let me look it up.
No, sure. So yeah, we killed mother cockatrice for just 10 Phoenix down. Now these chicks will die, basically.
Oh, lovely.
Or they'll grow. Or they'll grow.
Without
to
a
seek
mother,
vengeance on us.
Without a mother, I'm pretty sure they will die.
Well, it depends. Well, it depends, Theo. If they're anything like the chocobos from that chocobo spin-off, they may be able to make it.
They're not chocobos, they're cockatrices.
Never mind then.
That roller coaster makes me think we're playing Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Gotta go fast.
Well, they're running and all.
There you go. Don't worry because the random encounter will stop for a bit, I think. There will be, I think, another one later on and then we'll get to the story. No,
right as you get off the screen.
Yeah, random encounters are just like that, Glibs. But don't worry, the worst program of that has to be in Final Fantasy IX because they're programmed to be activated with some probability, depending on how many steps you take after doing a random encounter. It goes like that. You do a random encounter, then depending on how many steps you take, the probability of having another random encounter increases. The problem is in Final Fantasy IX, this formula is a bit complex. So
Yeah.
it's broken on the fact that you happen to encounter a lot of random encounters. That's not a big issue because random encounters in Final Fantasy IX are basically manageable aside from specific parts, so you can use that to your advantage and grind. But it's still a bit jarring.
The worst of the PS1 trilogy in terms of random encounters is definitely 9. The frequency in 9 for some reason was so increased, which I don't understand. The frequency in 7 was fine.
It's the formula that it's broken.
Throwback. Let me guess, throwback to the first game.
But, yeah, but there's some things you... Oh, definitely Shirai, definitely.
Okay.
The DLC.
Oh, I asked him a question about the DLC of Child of Light.
Secret Place.
Okay.
The DLC, there's a DLC specific quest for an extra character, and the Oculi, basically it's all item DLC, but starting out with all the DLC will give you a good chance to, get some really
because there's quite a lot of DLC, it seems.
Guys, insert Pokemon Ruby secret base theme here.
Yeah. I actually bought it. I originally first bought it on the PS3, but anyone who buys it on a PlayStation console is a cross-buy for all three consoles, the Vita, the PS3, and the PS4. So I will definitely be recording the PS4 version because honestly, controlling Igniculus with the touchpad on the PS4 controller is so intuitive and wonderful. I love it.
The PS4 has a touchpad.
Yes, it's a bit smaller, but it functions.
It works very well for controlling Igniculus, trust me too.
Yes, I can imagine. Also, Indiana Jones Bridge.
You don't have to do that though, Shiro. You can always use the right stick.
Yes.
Well, I'll be using Steam, so...
Well, do you have a 360 controller for your PC?
Yes, I do.
Well, in that case, you'll have to use the right stick, but that's a very good option.
She does.
Right stick? Really?
Yeah, you control it. Basically, the way Child of Light works is you control Aurora with the left analog stick, but she has that. You remember that little character that's basically a wisp, a blue wisp thing? Well, you control him with the right analog stick.
Then what about the left analog stick?
You control Aurora, the main character.
Yes.
Basically, the way it happens, when you get to play the game, you'll see exactly what I mean. Don't worry. It's pretty self-explanatory when you get through the tutorials.
Okay.
Anyway...
Oh, yes, this is the last encounter, then we'll get to back to the plot. Don't worry.
Not to mention Child of Light is one of the most beautiful soundtracks in recent years. I love the soundtrack.
Yes, I actually have to... The battle theme does not convince me entirely, but it's not bad. I'm just saying that it doesn't convince me as a battle theme. It should work as a musical on its own.
For the tone of the game, I think it actually works rather well.
I think Tifa's pretty low on health. Yeah.
Aww.
Again, audience. We're sorry we're not talking that much about the game, audience.
Hold on, Pedro. Now we're going to talk about it some more.
Okay.
Ouch. Yeah, that was
Sorry,
bad.
I'm dying. I have to help Erin.
Yeah, look
She's
at you.
useless.
Never thought I'd
Don't
see
worry,
your face
Tifa.
again.
Just give you a potion here, and there you go.
Thank you.
Good to go.
They kick you out of another town or something?
A little lower noise, by the way.
You destroy everything you touch. You got a lot of balls coming back here.
I got
Look at this place. It's all your fault, North Korea. It's turned into a garbage heap. Why don't you say something? Or did you forget what you've done here already?
So yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's time to get some backstory for Baron.
Shit! You ain't even worth the effort. Don't waste your time talking to that techno freak.
Wow.
Freak. This is so 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, do I sound better now?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
I just figured out the reason why I was lagging. Apparently, for some odd reason, YouTube HD was doing some default update without letting me
Why
know.
were you using HD? Use 360
No.
for safety.
No. Tio. I'm not talking about the resolution itself. I'm just saying, apparently this sort of this app
You know who's responsible for North Cartel messing up like this.
Okay, basically it was a YouTube update that was happening without my knowledge. I figured out because a new tab just popped up saying, your YouTube update for something involving HD is now complete.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, apparently the reason for me lagging wasn't because of Skype, but it was because of YouTube. Glamorous.
I apologize, Skype, even though my apology doesn't mean anything.
I want to leave the Scorpius.
Actually, Shiroi, don't apologize to it. It doesn't deserve it.
Yes. Oh, by the way, yes, I should give some backstory. This is the camp, city, village, whatever it's called, of North Corel, basically. We will get an explanation for what it is, but we'll get in the next part because for the ending of this part, we'll basically just do what I did on my very first run of the game. Because
I thought you were going to say North Korea.
I think that too.
no, thankfully not. It's not like that. Yeah, remember about I mentioned constantly about the fact that I didn't knew English back in the day. I just went on my instincts and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, back in the day when I got to this town, I basically didn't know what to do. Basically, okay. Yeah, I didn't understood what this guy was saying to go into the gold saucer and stuff. So I was just saying, I don't know, since the plot so far is been go to a town, do something, then go to the next, I'll just do that. And exit the town, went out and discovered that I couldn't get forward, basically. I was stuck for like 2 weeks before going. Yeah, and I managed to ignore even that fucking sign on the left. I don't know why.
So, did you think that this was the end of the disc and then try to go to disc 2 then?
No, not that. No. I knew that if I had to change the disc, the game would have told me. So I knew I was doing something wrong, but I couldn't knew what specifically. I thought I was saying, maybe I didn't look to that kind of thing in the world map, but what I should have looked was this town. Anyway, you'll see about that in a minute, don't worry. Yeah, this town basically is very poor and very disastrous, actually. And people are blaming Barrett all over the place. So, yeah.
Oh, Barrett.
Yeah. Now, we'll actually get a backstory on why is it there in the next part. And we'll meet my personal favorite character of the entire game, which Pedro knows already who is. And of course, I'm voicing him, and I don't know how I can manage to do a Scottish accent, but I'll fucking try.
Oh boy, it's gonna be that character, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Pedro and Jova don't seem as happy about it.
No, I am.
No, it said about Jova, not you, Pedro. She said.
No, Jova and Pedro.
Oh, okay.
I know, don't worry, Shiro, I am. Anyway, there you go, Shiro. That's the PS4 controller. As you can tell, it's touchpad aside, it's pretty much the same thing. Basically, that touchpad you're seeing in the center, right above the speakers. Basically, when you touch it, it basically works like a.
Hold on for a moment. My sister's at the door.
Sure. That's not important.
Does it work like a Wii gamepad?
No. Well, do you have a laptop?
Yes.
It works like a laptop's mouse, basically.
Oh, okay. A trackpad.
Yeah. And it's very good to control certain things, like for example, like I said, in Child of Light you control Igniculus, and Igniculus can go everywhere, like he flies and shit. So controlling Igniculus with this particular touchpad, especially when you think that in battle it's very good to have quick reflexes with that, makes controlling Igniculus very intuitive. So yeah, definitely my preferred way to play Child of Light is with the PS4 control.
Anyway, version. That's all for part 22 of Final Fantasy VII. Join us in the next part, which will have thankfully more narrative and less gameplay. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.